Hi, welcome back to JJ's Productions. We've got another Hitman Roulette this week. We're going to be doing the icon, we're going to be starting at the city gates and eliminating Dino Bosco via drowning as the SFX crew member. And we're also going to be exiting the level in Bosco's own car. It's a nice and simple one this week, and you will get the holding my hair challenge if you complete this roulette. So we're going to start the level and we're going to make our way all the way to a kitchen assistant. We're going to need his disguise first of all, but also we're going to need to take this assistant out of the way so he doesn't affect the challenge. For this I've bought remote breach charges and I've bought the ICA explosive phone. Now the breach charges, I'm going to be using one of them to breach a door open and another as a distraction. The phone is just a distraction. So put a breach charge on the door, you can either explode it or shoot it, whichever one you feel better doing. And then we're going to use the phone to lure over the kitchen assistant. You can either just throw it or you can drop it and activate it. Whichever way, this guy comes down here. Now, once he's out of the way, just knock him out and you're going to drag his body into this room. Hide the body in a crate and make sure you pick up the rat poison or the emetic poison there. We're going to use that with the kitchen assistant disguise to poison a drink that Bosco will drink. Now, it could be the way that I did it, but when I originally poisoned the drink, I actually got caught trespassing. And I'm not sure what causes it, but I'd advise you to take the exact route I'm taking to the drink, which is just around the back. I think if you go straight across the front, it counts as trespassing. I'm guessing it's the idea that only Bosco is allowed there, or one of the security guards. So just don't take the risk of walking across there, just go around the side, and I think that's the better angle to get the drink. After that, what we're going to do is go all the way up to the top floor of this clock tower, and we're going to get the movie crew disguise. There's also a security guard up there, but we're not going to worry about him. There's a camera just along the way. I couldn't remember exactly where it was, and I'm going to admit it really annoyed me because I saw it, I thought I'd shot it, and it caught me. So I just decided to take a few shots, and yeah, I was a bit sloppy here, so that was just funny at the time, but it just looks really sloppy when you're watching the recording back. But yeah, unlock the door if you want. If you haven't got we haven't got the lockpick, so we're going to go the long way around. Either way, we're just going to go in this room and shoot the evidence. You don't actually have to go into the room to shoot it. I'm going to show in my next video that you don't have to do that. But it's handy to know just now. So I've turned off a radio, or turned it on should I say. The security guard's going to go down there to turn it off, and the movie crew guy's on his own. So all you have to do is just wait until he's a distance away from that little plinth and knock him out. If you knock him out too near to it, the security guard can see through the wall, or through the floor should I say. I don't know why that is, but quite a few times he caught me. So if you don't want to get caught, just wait until he's a safer distance towards the balcony area. After that, take his disguise as I've done and make your way down to the bottom floor. You can equip your phone at this point, and what we're going to do is lure a security guard and then an SFX guy into this little area. If you don't want to lure the SFX guy, there is an alternative method, but I found that just a little too risky. In the meantime though, focus on the security guard, drop the phone and then activate it. He'll come over to investigate, pick up the phone so no one else comes over, and then as soon as he's in the door frame, subdue him. As with a few of these roulettes, I had a better idea in mind about how to take out Bosco, and the idea was I was actually waiting in his trailer for him as a security guard, and I used the emetic syringe, and I was hoping there that he would make his way into the toilets, what is currently the left of the map, so that would be the east of the map. And while you would have to wait till about the 4-minute mark for Bosco to get into the trailer, that would speed everything up because he'd go straight to the toilet that's right near and you could drown him. For whatever reason though, the game just doesn't want you to do it that way. It wants you to only drown him by using the opportunity system. Now, in one of my previous videos I have praised the opportunity system for new players because it does give new players just an in, as it were, a way to get used to the challenges and a way to play the game. But They've also got to give flexibility, and I'm actually wondering if with Hitman 2 they'll try and do something that helps with this. So maybe, for instance, with the bin system, if a target is going to throw open a bin, there's a way for 47 to prevent that. There's got to be a solution, that's the way I'm looking at it, because as it stands, challenges like this are being impeded by the game's design, and it's slightly unfair just for the fact that you've got a much quicker kill doing it that way, but because the system's engineered to follow the opportunity and create a challenge from that, you have to take the longer route. Well, that's enough about that now anyway. In the time that I've been talking about that, I've just been taking out the SFX guy, and I've just been waiting for this movie guy to move. He was looking directly where I needed to tamper, and then he was actually working around that area, so not a lot was happening at that point. But now that I've tampered with it, the opportunity, the challenge, whatever you want to call it, it's all set up. So there's about a 3-4 minute wait until he's actually in position for drowning. So in the meantime, I'm going to get Bosco's keys. You can go into the trailer as security, but because there's an enforcer outside the front door, you either remove the enforcer or you just climb the ladder. With the breach charge, I could have tried I could have tried throwing the breach charge to get rid of the enforcer, but that also creates the possibility that it doesn't load the enforcer. So I found the best tactic is just to climb and be fast. If you want to try and take the enforcer away, that's your call, you can try it. But I found it just as simple to climb up here and drop down. You do have to be a little bit quick getting out, but it's not the biggest problem in the game. After that, just climb your way back up, and as I said, you've just got to get your way down the ladder as fast as possible because people do see you. Once you're on the ladder, you're not in a trespassing zone, so you won't get caught. After that, we're going to walk back into this room and we're going to get the SFX disguise on. We're going to wait for Bosco and his agent, I'm going to assume she is, to ascend the stairs. As soon as she's turned far enough away, we're going to just change disguises and then we can make our way outside. From this point, there's not a lot left to do. What I would like to point out, though, are a few problems with drowning Bosco. The first thing that is a little bit of a problem is that when you're in prime position to drowning, i.e. he's thrown up in the toilet, there's an NPC that just happens to appear and decide he wants to pee against a wall. So what I would advise is being fast to your buttons and getting rid of him. Just make sure you do it when Bosco's throwing up, otherwise he can hear. Also, this security guard I'm standing by right now, because his patrol pattern is a little bit fragmented, he stands by that door, then he stands there overlooking exactly where I'm going to be drowning the target, and then he'll stand by this pillar. From that pillar, he can actually see the drowning, so you've got to get rid of him. You've got a 2 out of 3 chance of being caught there. So the best thing you can do is throw the breach charge or drop it, do a bump drop and get rid of him. If you don't get rid of him, you're just making it harder on yourself because the drowning animation isn't the easiest one. It's quite a long one, so make sure you get rid of anyone who can catch you. So those are the general tips for drowning Bosco, but I am going to give you some more specific advice. So I did suggest a bump drop, but you would have to be in a specific position to do that. What I've found is that actually dropping the breach charge in this little area here, it means that the other security guard just ahead by the little area where Bosco's doing the event, he won't see the breach charge, but this security guard here should see it. Now, for whatever reason, he can see through walls. He saw the breach charge. I am not complaining about that. But if he did his normal patrol pattern, where I placed it, I believe the security guard by the event wouldn't see it, but the guard would. So it's all about placing that breach charge well. You might get away with it if, say, you drop it shortly after bumping him and you lead him down the stairs or something, but the best thing to do is just place it out of sight of the 2 guards. After that, just add that guy who's going for a pee like I told you, and then you're free to drown him. It's just a strange little coincidence I find that when you just go and drown a target, some guy decides to go for a pee. It's as if they wanted to just make it a little bit more tricky. And fair enough, I'll admit it did do that, but it wasn't the most complicated thing in the game. So that is it. I'm going to leave by Bosco's car, which is to the left, and all I've got to say is thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave it a like on YouTube or wherever you found this video. And all I can say is if you haven't subscribed already, please consider. There are more Hitman videos on my channel and more coming. Thank you for watching. This is Josh from JJ's Productions. Hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.